Catherine and I were both working full-time, and we knew we wanted to start our own business, have our own business, where we were just working for each other and not for somebody else. We started selling things on eBay from around that. We just gathered things from around the house. We had a thought that we could start the business without any money in as such. And we started gathering up our bits that we wanted to sell, decluttered the house, sold bits on eBay. And of course, word got out and the family started giving us things as well. So it was sort of starting to work quite well. We started to sell quite a few bits. So we started to build up a fair bit of money. I then sent a text or an email out to close friends and family and said, if you want to declutter your homes, if you've got stuff you don't want anymore that you want to take down the tip that's still saleable, don't take it down the tip. Give me a call, I'll come and pick it up and I'll take it away. And that's what we did, and we had some quite good response from that. Quite a few friends and family got in touch and they said, oh yeah, we've got this, we've got that. So yeah, I would just go around and pick that up and we would start selling that, wouldn't we?
Yeah. This proved very successful, and everyone donated us all sorts of things, including clothes, football boots, a dishwasher, a sideboard, and I think there was even an oven or a washing machine. There was all sorts of things.
There was a huge sideboard, wasn't there?
Well, it was massive, wasn't it? That was the biggest thing, I think. And depending on what it was, we either car booted it or sold it on eBay, depending on what worked better. So we built up an initial fund of 1,500 selling all these different things on eBay and car boots. And from that, we started our own business back in May. I think May 2011, I think it was, wasn't it? And then we just started the business from home to keep our overheads as low as possible. And then in July 2013, the Basket Company website was launched.
Well, we've always liked homewares, and we started off buying not baskets specifically, but homewares, and baskets was a part of that. But we were also selling things like cushions and throws and scented candles, anything nice for the home. We would sell, and we sort of found a couple of nice suppliers and bought some nice products. Part of which was basketware. What was quite clear quite quickly was the basketware sold quite well, better than the other items that we were selling. And so we decided that it would perhaps be a good idea to maybe have a dedicated basketware website as well as a homewares website. And rather than continue on with the homewares, we concentrated on the basketware side of things for a while.
We just love home interiors, home decor, just love it, don't we? And baskets are just a great addition to any home. They just add warmth and texture, and we just love the rusticity, that they bring to, to a room. Grey and buff rattan, it is just beautiful. It's just so rustic, it's strong, it'll just go in any room, and it's a real sort of like country modern feel about it. It's just so timeless and rustic. Every basket, it just has its own individual character. We love it, don't we?
We do. We're very careful about selecting our sort of suppliers, and we love all the products we sell. We're very careful when choosing, and we like to build good relationships with our suppliers. We're very choosy with who we trade with regard to ethical policy and sustainability and things like that. These things are very important to us. We've managed to build a really nice range of products with a really nice selection of suppliers. We also engage heavily with our customers, and we listen to what they say, and they tell us what they want to see as well. So we bring in new product on those bases as well. If things aren't selling well, we will discontinue, move on, make space for something else. But yeah, as Catherine said, the grey and buff rattan, it's hard to beat, isn't it? I think with any business of your own, it comes with certain challenges and stresses. But I think without doubt, the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, was our biggest challenge. We weren't really sure how things were going to pan out at the start of it, or just before lockdown. We felt we knew lockdown was coming. And we didn't know if we would be able to continue to run the business, and if we had to close the doors, whether the business would survive. We were fortunate. The government guidelines said because we weren't a shop and that we were an online business, we were allowed to continue trading, which we did. And we went from not knowing if the business would survive to being so overwhelmed with orders that we just didn't have enough staff to deal with it. So when we thought it was going to be one type of stress, and it turned out to be a completely sort of opposite, polar opposite. I say problem, it wasn't a problem, it was great, the business was doing fantastic, but that was quite a stressful time. And then there was the knock-on effects of the pandemic. There were stock issues because what happened, I think, was everybody was at home with furlough money and nothing to spend it on, so they all spent it on their homes. So everybody was doing it at their homes. I don't know if you remember, you couldn't get paint at B&Q and things like that, and it wasn't hugely different for us. The demand was so high that it was very hard to get stock because all of our suppliers were running out of stock. And then things like shipping containers getting stuck in the Suez Canal. I don't know if you remember that situation a few years back. Well, we had a container full of stock on that ship.
Was it the Ever Given?
The Ever Given, yeah, the Ever Given. So that came with a lot of issues. So there was a long time where we had quite an empty warehouse, but yeah, we flourished in that time, fortunately. But yeah, it came with a lot of challenges and a lot of sleepless nights.
We were just so grateful to still be here, aren't we? So many other businesses weren't able to survive the pandemic, and we were so lucky that we thrived. And we couldn't have done it without all our lovely customers and staff and suppliers. I'm getting a bit without them, we just wouldn't be here. So we're just so grateful for that. We really are, They're what made us succeed. We're just so lucky with our feedback as well. Our feedback on our products and about our customer service is just amazing. It's incredible, actually. And we just care so much about what our customers say, and also what our staff say about our products and service. And if we can change things and make things better, we always do.
Also on Trustpilot, the feedback that we get from our customers is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It really is, and it makes us feel that what we're doing is right. We get good feedback on our products and our service. If we get bad feedback with regard to products, we'll also review it. We won't just push it to one side or under the rug. We'll review it, we'll look at it, and if necessary, we'll discontinue that product if it's substandard, or if it's just not good enough or not what our customers want.
I love gardening. I've got lots of pots at home, lots of rattan planters, haven't I?
You have a lot.
And But to be fair, we do quite a bit of photography for the basket company in the garden. So I try to keep it as pretty as possible. I also like to try and choose flowers that feed the bees, the pollinators. You're right, Alf. This is Alfie, by the way. Yeah, I love gardening. I also love walking and being outdoors generally. I just love it. Recently, I've completed the Southwest Coast Path with Alfie, haven't we? We walked 630 miles, didn't we, hey? And that was just amazing. That was incredible. Just loved it, absolutely loved it. And Alf did really well, didn't you? You loved it as well. And we enjoy walking locally on the Purbecks, over on the Isle of Purbeck. That's not too far from us. It's about an hour drive or so. And also, of course, New Forest, which is right where we are here at the Basket Company. We're right on the edge of the New Forest, and that's just beautiful as well.
Apparently, I have too many hobbies.
Yes.
According to Catherine.
Yes.
I didn't want to do the Southwest Coast Path. I enjoy walking, Alf, but I didn't want to walk 600 miles in 9 weeks. So I decided I was just support every now and again.
You were. Very good support.
And then driving around and dropping you off, picking you up and things. You all right, mate? I enjoy cycling. I do a bit of mountain biking. We've got a little camper that I converted.
Yeah.
I converted a transit van into a camper, and I love going away in that with Catherine and the dog and our friends. They've all got campers, so we enjoy doing that. And more recently, I've discovered painting. I enjoy art and painting. That's quite a new thing for me, but I'm really enjoying it, find it quite relaxing.
We do occasionally go on holiday together, don't we?
No. Yes, if we have to, we do, yeah. No, we do go on holiday together,
yeah.
Yes. So I met Catherine through my stepsister. We were kind of introduced, and on Catherine's birthday, 1994, she thought she was going on a girls' night out, but my stepsister invited me and my stepbrother to join. And much to Catherine's surprise, she didn't realise we were going to be there. I think she was quite disappointed.
No, I wasn't. I was delighted.
And so we just hit it off, exchanged numbers and all that usual stuff. This was before Facebook and things like that. So we went travelling together for a year. We spent a year in Australia and lived in Canberra for 6 months and worked and travelled. We did 3 weeks in French Polynesia on the way out there. It was a stop off. That was really nice, Tahiti and Bora Bora. And we just drove around Australia in our little white hatchback and our tent.
Our travels around Australia was just amazing, wasn't it? Really enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
And while we were out there, Ian proposed to me. He proposed to me on Ellis Beach near Cairns, which was lovely, wasn't it? That was on my 30th birthday, wasn't it?
It was.
Yes,
yeah.
It was. And but that wasn't actually where he intended to propose to me. He wanted to propose to me at the top of Ayers Rock, but unbeknown to me, I couldn't understand why he was so obsessed with trying to get up Ayers Rock. We went there, didn't we? And then he just couldn't get up there because he's got a fear of heights. And I think I ended up, the first time we went there, I went up the top, didn't I? And you were sort of, there's a bit that's called Chicken Rock. And I think he managed to get to like Chicken Rock, and that was it. You had to go down again, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then he insisted the next day on going back again. And we went back again, didn't we? And then he's like, right, I've got to, I want to give it a go. And I couldn't understand why he just got, so obsessed with getting up this rock. I was thinking, well, So as it happens, I just sat at the bottom, just got the deck chair out of the car, because we were camping, weren't we? So got my deck chair out and my book and watched him trying to get up up and down from Chicken Rock, and we didn't. It would have been funny, wouldn't it? Because if you'd actually got up the top, I wouldn't have been there.
No. And I couldn't have called you. We didn't have mobile phones back then either.
No, so you'd have been screaming at me.
Yeah.
Come up here.
I'm not good with heights.
Our ethos is to provide excellent customer service that is just second to none. That's our goal, isn't it?
Yeah,
all of the time.
100%.
We think it's so important, so important, and also providing, the best quality products we can find. We want our staff to have a fun environment to work in. We think it's important that people enjoy coming to work, not dread it. So we usually try and aim for at least one belly aching laugh a day, but usually there's a lot more, isn't there?
Yeah.
Usually. So, we do enjoy it. Ian and I want to come to work and we want to have fun, don't we, and enjoy work. And we want all of our staff to as well.
To grow a successful business, or we feel it's important to listen to people, listen to your customers, listen to your staff. As Catherine mentioned, we do try and have fun and have a laugh, but we also, we listen to our team. We've got a great team behind us. Also, product is important. You've got to provide a good quality product with good customer service, and customer service doesn't cost anything. It's great. It's so easy to give good customer service. You've got to put yourself in the place of the customer. Yeah. It's also important to be flexible. You have to change. You have to be prepared to not be static and change with the times. Things changing all the time, especially with things like social media and that type of thing, which is kind of why we're sort of sat here doing this as well.
It is.
We feel it's important and we hope people want to see it. You need to be flexible and prepared to change. Yeah, and all those things together, I feel just go towards making the business successful, or it certainly does seem to have ours so far.
Yeah.
Don't go into business with your wife.
Actually, we do work really well together, don't we?
Yeah, most of the time.
We do. We do agree on most things.
We thought it was important to split our roles. That was important.
Yes,
otherwise,
definitely.
So Catherine deals with a different side of the business that I deal with.
Yes.
And that works well for us.
It does, yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah. But it's, we do disagree occasionally on things, but it's usually things that aren't very important, and one of us will say to the other one, we'll do what you want to do, don't we?
Who's the actual boss?
Well, I am, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
We wanted to do something nice for all of the staff, so we're fortunate enough that we live by the seaside, pretty much, and so we picked a nice hotel, the Harbour Heights Hotel near Sandbanks in Poole, and we went out for a nice meal, and we had drinks on the veranda, which was very nice, wasn't
lovely.
it? The sun was shining, the harbour looked fantastic. You got a great view across Brownsea Island and across Poole Bay. It was a lovely evening.
And we also had tea and cake at work, didn't we? We had a birthday cake, and to celebrate the Basket Company's birthday, which is July 2023, 10 years old. So we had tea and cake, didn't we? And all had a nice little party at work as well.